right, now the next one we're going to do is in another stance. Okay, so not only does these swings have all the benefits we're talking about, but we can also then utilize some of our basic stances that we use in Tai Chi and different martial arts and Qigong systems. So this is a way that we can work on that as well. Okay, so this stance we call a horse stance, or a deep horse stance. Some people call it a little higher, some people lower. Many in the Shaolin temple you'll see standing in this horse stance, nice and low, nice and strong. And believe it or not, they do that for an hour. Woo, that takes a lot of effort. Okay, but for us, I want us to kind of stand up a little higher. Okay, we're not going to focus on bending in the knees too much. We're going to focus more on sinking into the hips and keeping the hips tucked forward, and then allowing the dantian to rest right here in this apex, where we can strengthen and move energy through the dantian and strengthen the dantian. So one of the greatest benefits of doing horse stance is that it stabilizes your dantian. We were taught to do it this way, where we can see how all the energy is coming into the dantian. But I've seen many systems where your fists are back, and there's no bad ones, not at all. In fact, they're very powerful exercises. They're strengthening, and few people can do them for very long before they get very tired. Okay, so feel free to stand up from time to time if you need to, but this will give us a way of conditioning the legs also for Tai Chi. Okay. And so then we're going to just review the same stances that are the same swings that we did before in Wu Chi posture. Okay, so going to drop the arms there, relax the arms, keep the head lifted, okay, and begin the next swing. Okay, so first one, we're just kind of swinging back and forth. And again, we don't want to shift our weight. Keep your legs nice and stable. So you learn a lot about that from this. All right, and then you can tap. So you can use your open hand, you can use your fist, you can tap the organs, you can tap the lungs if you wanted to. So you can choose whatever body, part of your body you want to go for, and you'll add a twist. And some people will use this for iron shirt, begin to condition the body so that it can sustain blows during martial arts. Okay, so we're going to tap, okay, and then we're going to go back to this third one. Do it in our so-called horse stance as well. Especially for advanced people, this is great, and for young people who have strong legs and they're practicing their martial arts, being in this stance is very nice and strong. Again, if you get tired, that's okay. Go ahead and stand up a little bit, shake your legs off, and then come back and join us. It'll be all right. And but don't do too much. If you can't do everything we're doing here, no sweat. Well, you can build. So you'll have this video you can come back to again and again and practice until you get strong enough. Okay? All right, now let's stop the swing for just a minute, and we're going to practice, and you can put your hands here on your hips. We're going to practice shifting side to side. Okay? We did a little bit of this when we did our wave hands like clouds, right? Okay? But today we're going to use the swings while we do this. So we want to get used to shifting our weight, okay? And you want to pay attention to the alignment of your knees and your toes. So if you need to, pop your feet out just a little bit to help your knees, that's okay. I don't mind that. Alignment is probably the most important thing you're going to do right now to keep yourself from getting injured. So do what you need to do to make the body a certain comfort level without violating some of the postural alignments that we talk about, keeping the knees over the toes and so on. And never bend so far that the knee passes the toe. Okay, so just kind of stay in this middle space. Okay, now that we're doing it, now we can swing. So some of you might find this a pretty good workout today. And if you do, well, come on back and do it again. Until one day you come and it's not so hard anymore. And then you'll know you've gotten stronger. Okay, so we can go there and turn, and now we can also tap, right? But we are not going to do swing number 3 for this. We're going to do something a little different, okay? And so this one's going to be a little confusing for some. It might take you some time, no worries, okay? But now we're going to turn into it, away from it, see? Sorry, away from it. So now we can do our swing, our regular swing, and learn how to turn away. Yeah, it takes a little coordination to do it, so it might take you a little time. right? Okay. Be gentle and easy on yourself. If you got to stand a little higher, it's okay. Be very, very safe with your knees. You want to protect them. Okay. All right, you can tap. All right, you can tap up here. You're turning. You know, and some of these will translate into your martial arts. Watch out. You guys remember Karate Kid Part 2 when they were banging the drum? Well, they call this banging the drum. So, there you go. All right, and then we'll stand up and we'll gather chi again. And exhale down. And then we'll rest. Feel the body. Come back to your Wu Chi and observe, how does the body feel? Bring your breathing back to your lower dantian. Remember all your alignments. Tongue straight, knees bent, hips tucked under the body, spine straight, shoulders relaxed, head lifted and tongue lifted. Extend the arms just a little bit, open the fingers and palms. Keep that roundness in the armpit, like there's a little acorn or something there. And always remember, relax, sink, and circulate chi. All right, gather chi once more. And we'll just end with the basic, what we call the big three anyway. And then we'll come back to our basic counter swing. You can do any of the swings you want when we do counter swing. I'm so used to this one. This one's my default. I always go to this one. But on a given day, if I wasn't feeling as well or I wasn't feeling as energetic, then I might do the other swings. You know, the smaller ones, you know. And if I'm weak, I may not tap myself, you know. So you want to do these with a certain common sense, you know, and that's the way we keep ourselves from getting injured, ultimately. And if you find that you're doing this in any kind of way that's starting to cause the aches and pains, then let's talk about it and see if we can figure out what we need to do for you to eliminate that pain. And it might need that you're going to have to stop doing that exercise for a while, and maybe we'll do something else. So any of you can always email me at any time. If you have any questions or concerns about what's going on with some of the things that I'm showing you here, but I hope that the things we have shown you will turn out to be very useful and beneficial for your health. All right, and gather chi. Otherwise, why else are we here? We just want to make sure that all of us are staying healthy and well. And Tai Chi has a great deal of practices that are interesting and fun to do that we can use just for that purpose. All right? Inhale, lift, exhale, drop and bounce. Remember that cord, right? Inhale as you're lifting, exhale, drop and bounce, be gentle. And then trembling horse, inhale, do nothing. And then exhale, shake your arms, your torso, and your legs. Shake loose any remaining tensions. All right, keep together. And you know, after this would be a great time to go take a walk, or you know, do any of your forms that you're doing in your own tradition, whether it's karate or whether it's you know, kung fu, or it's any of the other systems out there. Doesn't matter. Your body's warmed up, you're circulated, the blood is flowing. This would be a great time to do some of the training because you're warmed up. This would also be a great way to cool things back down. But what I would do is I'd reverse that. I would maybe start in the longer, you know, the wider stances, and then I would eventually come to the more narrow stance until I came to that state of stillness. And that could be a very beautiful thing to do as well. All right, so again, I want to thank all of you guys for coming over to TaiChiDailyPractice.com, and I look forward to hanging out with you soon with some other exercises that we can do. something just as fun and interesting so that we can continue to stay healthy and well. All right? From my heart to yours, thank you so much.